Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this March the 3rd, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Monday out there so far. Everybody has a great Monday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm systems here moving across the country, the severe weather outbreak, which is occurring in the south and southeastern United States up into the mid-Atlantic, coming up Tuesday and Wednesday during that time frame. And also we're going to take a look at the European model, which has been doing a great job at predicting the line of showers and storms to move through. We'll be talking about that toward the end of the video. And also we got lots and lots of wind advisories, blizzard warnings and stuff. We'll be talking about that in the current watches warning advisory map as well. Alrighty, as you can see here, we got some low pressure system, storm system up here just east of St. John's Island, trailing cold front stretching down into the southern Bahamas, moving to the east. Got a little patch of moisture here off the southeast coast that will continue to pull away from the area. Here's that developing storm system here in the middle portion of the country. You can see a low pressure system pretty much getting wrapped up pretty well over here in portions of Colorado and also into portions of Wyoming. Got a trailing cold front stretching all the way far east as portions of Iowa through portions of Kansas down into Texas, bringing some severe weather this afternoon and evening to you guys as well. More activity over toward Montana, back in toward Utah as well, and also Arizona. And then got another storm system moving into the Pacific Northwest. As we mentioned last night, we'll continue to push on shore tonight and move across Washington, Oregon, and California states coming up later tonight and into Tuesday morning. Scattered activity down across South America and a little bit of activity in the Eastern Pacific, around just east of the Hawaiian chain islands in the Eastern Pacific. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue getting the show on the road here, folks. We got a lot to discuss in the forecast charts here. Alright, you can see we got some mixed precipitation from portion of New Brunswick, the Maine, the portion of Vermont, New Hampshire, across Lake Huron, Lake Superior, across Michigan, also into Wisconsin. Well, that's northern Michigan, that is, excuse me. Also over in Wisconsin, Minnesota, all the way down in the portion of Kansas, also in the portion of Colorado. We got some freezing rain in that vicinity as well, stretching around the Lake Huron area. Also over here, portion of Minnesota, back into South Dakota. Heavy snow pockets stretching from South Dakota, Nebraska, portions of northeast Colorado, even northern Colorado, northwestern Kansas. Even got heavy snow in portions of Iowa, stretching into Wisconsin. We even got some flash flooding and heavy rain over portions of Iowa and northern Missouri. Then we got shower activity from Michigan to Pennsylvania to New York State, down toward New Jersey as well. Also, we got some thunderstorms and showers up here from D.C. to the Carolinas, all the way back to Louisiana, Texas, stretching far north as portion of Missouri and Iowa, southern Wisconsin, also Illinois and Indiana, and portion of Ohio as well. Excuse me. Alright, we got some shower activity along the east coast of Florida, northwest Bahamas, the yellow slashed area. This is where severe weather possible from Arkansas to East Texas, Louisiana, stretching east to Mississippi and Alabama. Even got some heavy rain and flash flooding possible in that region as well. We got some critical fire weathers over portions of eastern and southeastern Mexico and western and central Texas. Then we got more snow over here in portions of Colorado, up through the Dakotas, to Montana, to Wyoming, and portions of Utah. Then we got mixed precipitation from western Montana to Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, northern and California, and also down the California mountain chain as well. And then we got shower activity along coastal areas of Washington, Oregon State, and also the California coast as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, you can see here for Wednesday, we got some mixed precipitation from Maine back to portions of Vermont, New York State. Also up here around Lake Huron, Lake Superior, to Minnesota, down toward Missouri, over toward Kentucky and West Virginia, and also portions of Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana, and Illinois region as well. We got some pockets of freezing rain in portions of northern Maine, central Maine, and also portions of New Hampshire. And then up here around the Great Lakes region as well. Heavy pockets of heavy snow also from portions of northern Wisconsin, also in the portion of northern Michigan, stretching down into Minnesota, northern Iowa. Then we got shower activity across portions of Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. A little bit in Pennsylvania, New York State, over toward Rhode Island. Also New York City, up toward Massachusetts, and southern New Hampshire, and southern Vermont, and the coastal waters. The yellow slashed area stretching from up here to DC down to through the Carolinas and southeast Georgia. Severe weather possible. Thunderstorms and showers from portions of Virginia to the Carolinas down to the Florida Keys. Also northwestern Bahamas and the Atlantic coastal waters and a little bit in the Gulf as well. Alright, snow flying up here in portions of North Dakota, stretching into Montana. Also in portions of Idaho as well. Mixed precipitation through Washington, Oregon State to California. Even some down in the California mountain chain. Even got some heavy snow there as well. Shower activity along coastal areas of Washington, Oregon, and California regions, stretching down in southern Nevada and also portions of Arizona. And then more mixed precipitation from Arizona to Colorado to Wyoming to Utah to Idaho and also Nevada regions as well, and stretching into Oregon and Washington State, Northern California. Alright, otherwise, pick dry high pressure theory charge of your local forecast area for your Wednesday. Alright, now let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Okay, as you can see here, we got some flood watches in effect for portions of your state. Still got those special weather statements down here for the Carolinas and Georgia for ongoing wildfires still here in the southeast. Also, we have some high wind watches in effect for western North Carolina. Also, we got lots of wind advisories stretching from areas of Kentucky to southern Indiana, southern Illinois, much of Missouri, to Oklahoma, to Texas, to areas of Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, portion of the panhandle of Florida, western portion of Georgia. The wind advisory should be moving eastbound. They'll probably issue some late wind advisories or wind advisories for areas east of Atlanta over into the Carolinas. Also North Carolina and Virginia probably be included, maybe far north as DC and Pennsylvania regions as well. Right now there's nothing in effect for wind advisory, but that should be changing over the next 12 hours or less. Alright, hydro issues over portions of Illinois, also in the portions of Wisconsin, also Michigan. Winter storm watch, winter weather advisories in effect for northern Michigan. Now we got the winter storm watches in effect for portions of Wisconsin down in Iowa, southern Minnesota. Winter weather advisory for portions of South Dakota. We have blizzard warnings ongoing out here in portions of Iowa, northwest Missouri, eastern portions of Nebraska, central and western Nebraska, portions of northeastern Colorado, and northwestern areas of Kansas. Then we got high wind warnings in effect for Nebraska to Kansas to portions of Wyoming, portions of eastern Colorado, down into Texas, Oklahoma, also even portions of New Mexico as well. High wind watches also in effect for central Texas and west central Oklahoma. Red flag warnings here in portions of central and south Texas, north Texas, stretching into portions of areas of New Mexico and portions of Arizona. Then we got winter storm warnings here in the pink and northeastern areas of New Mexico, and also same in portions of Colorado and Wyoming, and a little bit into portions of the California range, mountain range on the central and southern side, a little bit in Nevada as well. Got winter weather advisories stretching from portions of Montana to portions of Colorado down to portions of Wyoming, also into Utah, also Nevada, and also California region as well. Even got some winter storm warning, wind advisories over portions of California, wind advisories over Nevada, and also areas of Arizona as well. Got some flood watches in effect for portions of eastern Montana. Alright, we got small craft advisory, gale warning from Maine to the coast east coast of Florida, then from the Big Bend area of Florida to the southeast coast of Texas, then again across the central and southern California, northern California to Washington State, also around the Hawaiian chain island, and also high surf warnings there as well. Also some around the Alaska area with blizzard warnings also in the red around Alaska, freeze and spray warnings there in the blue, and also we have some winter weather advisories in effect also for that region, also for Alaska. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day number 2. This will be your Tuesday. You can see a big area of general thunderstorms to severe thunderstorms expected. General thunderstorm from Minneapolis to Columbia, South Carolina to Austin, Texas. Then we got from Houston to Kansas City, over toward Nashville, Atlanta, also down toward Tallahassee, and a marginal risk for severe weather on your Tuesday. Then we have a slight risk from New Orleans to Lupkins, to Birmingham, to Columbus, Georgia, Dalton, Alabama, to Jackson, portions of Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, Tulsa, Tulsa area of Oklahoma. Then we got around Greenville, Mississippi, to Jackson, Mississippi, to Mobile, Alabama, to Alexandria, Louisiana, Shreveport, just east of Dallas. Enhanced risk for severe weather. The tornado probability for your Tuesday is 2% in the green, 5% in the brown, 15 in the yellow, and we have a yellow slashed area where it's larger tornadoes from EF0 to EF2 possible from Shreveport over till Mobile, Alabama, for your Tuesday. Damaging winds, we have a 5% brown, 15 in the yellow, there's a 30 in the red. Significant winds up to 80 miles per hour possible for portions of Shreveport and Jackson, Mississippi, Alexandria, Louisiana, and surrounding vicinity. Large hail, pretty much just 5% from Kansas City down to Mobile and New Orleans and Houston areas as well. Alright, let's move on to day number 3. Alright, as you can see, we got some general thunderstorm from Watertown, New York, over to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, all the way down to Fort Myers, Florida. Then we got the marginal risk from Orlando to Tampa to Tallahassee, just around just west of Charlotte, all the way up to Cleveland, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Scranton, Pennsylvania, and also toward Philadelphia. Then the slight risk stretching from Baltimore, Maryland to portion of Washington, D.C., to Virginia Beach, to Raleigh, North Carolina, to Charlotte and Wilmington, and then South Carolina, Columbia to Charleston, and then Savannah, Georgia, and a few areas here in southeastern Georgia as well. And the probability should be 5 and 15% respectively. Yep, there we go. Alright, now let's move on to the European model, because I said earlier it was pretty spot on with the forecast here. This is, like I say, this is the European. We're going to start off with the 12Z run. Alright, starting off at 4 a.m. on March 4th. That's tomorrow morning. You can see that line of thunderstorm getting going across Texas, all the way into portions of Oklahoma. And also there's that low pressure system up here in portions of the Kansas area. Let's continue to roll forward. This is at 7 a.m. Nasty line of thunderstorms and shower continue to push eastbound through portions of East Texas, also through Arkansas. There's a snow breaking out over here in portions of Dakotas, back into portions of Colorado as well. Alright, let's continue to roll forward here. You can see that line continues to push east through East Texas, then Louisiana, and then you can see the line continues to push forward further than that, going through Mississippi, up into portions of Tennessee, and also there's that low pressure system over portion of Missouri. There's the snow on the backside moving through the portion of Kansas and Nebraska. That's where it's bringing that blizzard warning. Let me back it up here. Alright, you can see at 1 a.m. March 5th, there's that nasty line of thunderstorm moving through portions of the Panhandle, Florida, up to the east portions of Tennessee. Okay, you can see at 4 a.m. the line moving into upstate South Carolina through just east of Atlanta, and then back down into the Big Bend area of Florida. And then it kind of breaks up a little bit, but you can see a line of showers and storms stretching from Pennsylvania through South Carolina down into southeast Georgia and through the Big Bend area of Florida. And then there goes that line by 10 a.m. The heavy precipitation east of the area. The line kind of weakens down some as it moves east. There's the snow still breaking out from Missouri through portions of the Great Lakes region. And then as we continue to roll forward, you can see that line of thunderstorm moving off the coast. And thunderstorms and showers stretching all the way up into Pennsylvania, portion of New York, and some shower activity across Maine. Snow still breaking out over a portion of Illinois, back into portions of Wisconsin, and also southeast Canada as well. And then as we continue by 10 p.m., you can see the line of thunderstorms are well offshore. A little bit of wraparound moisture moving in through Tennessee, Kentucky, and western North Carolina. Expect to flow the northwest flow to bring some snow showers to portions of North Carolina, as well as this northwest flow sets up across East Tennessee and into western North Carolina. You can see the low moves into southeast Canada. Got a lot of snow in Canada, stretching back into West Virginia. And there goes the rain and thunderstorm, continue to push away from the area, and the snow pulls away as well. And then we're watching our next storm system. We'll have to watch it closely because it could bring more severe weather in the next episode later on down the road. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Monday evening, folks. Take care, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.